Well, hey friends, and welcome back. Today, I want to take you along and share with you what I eat in a day as a minimalist. Most mornings, I like to start with a glass of water to kickstart my hydration for the day. Then for breakfast, I love smoothies and have one pretty much daily. And this one is a particular favorite of mine, containing a passion fruit and other tropical fruit blend, frozen banana, vanilla Greek yogurt, collagen powder, honey, and milk. It's super tasty, refreshing, and easy to make too. All that you need to do is put the ingredients into a blender and let it spin. I love how smooth it is and the bright pink color, and the light tartness of the passion fruit really does pair so well with the sweetness of the honey. And right after I finish, the first thing that I'll do is wash out my cup and my blender right away. Makes it a lot easier to clean before everything's dried out. And then at some point in the morning, I'll usually make an iced coffee to sip on. And this unsweet cold brew coffee from Stoke is one of my favorites. And I love to pair my coffee with some oat milk. Oatly really is the best. And I love just shaking it up a little bit to create a frothy texture at the top of the coffee. It's one of my favorite lazy girl hacks where you get a similar texture as if you'd actually froth the coffee. But it's a lot faster, easier, and requires less effort. But then once my coffee is done, I'll sit down to work for a few hours. And you'll notice that by this point in the day, I still haven't consumed any solid foods. That's because I feel like my stomach takes a bit longer than most people's to wake up. I don't really get hungry until about 11 o'clock naturally, and so having a smoothie is a nice light way that I can break my fast while still not ingesting any super heavy foods too early in the day. Then usually somewhere between noon and 1 o'clock, I like to take a break and make some lunch. And since this is usually during the middle of my workday, I really try to keep things simple. And I tend to opt for lunches that I can make in under 10 minutes. And one lunch that I've been enjoying quite a bit recently is sourdough toast with sunny side up eggs. And to make that, I'll just put a piece of bread or two in the toaster oven and toast it until lightly brown. Then I'll get a fry pan and a couple of eggs and cook them over medium heat. Then once my toast and eggs are ready, I'll just top them with a bit of pepper, salt, and green onions. And during the summer, I always try to make a point of enjoying some seasonal fruits, and right now, plums and peaches are in season where we live. So I cut up one of each to have with my lunch. If you've been following my channel much recently, you know I'm going through a moment with these limoncello LaCroix. They're so good and one of my favorite drinks at the moment. This entire meal only took me about 5 minutes from start to finish to make, and I love finding recipes like that are quick and easy to make, but still filled with some amazing fresh foods. But then after my lunch break, I'll clean up my dishes and get ready for the afternoon. Just like in the morning, I love preparing a cozy drink, this time using the Bloom Blue Lavender blend. And I love using it to make a bit of a latte, so I'll add about a teaspoon of that, a bit of honey, and some water, and then blend those ingredients together. And the blend contains lavender, spirulina, coconut milk, and some other cozy ingredients. And it's amazing both warm and cold, but today I decided on an iced version, so I added some ice and oat milk. And I like to call this drink my Blue Cloud Potion. It's a very calming and cozy drink, and it almost feels like it's giving you a hug. So I love sipping on it while I work, and during the past few months, it's become a bit of a summer afternoon ritual for me. But then usually somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m., I'll wrap up work for the day and get ready to make dinner. And our dinners are where I like to get a bit more creative. It's typically our biggest meal of the day, so I'll usually spend the most time on this meal. And for dinner on this day, I decided to make these delicious sweet potato gnocchi bowls. They have sausage, mushrooms, and kale in them. They're one of those simple recipes that taste incredible. To make this meal, I just sliced some baby bella mushrooms and placed them on a baking sheet with this amazing sweet potato gnocchi from Trader Joe's. If you wanted to, you definitely could make these on your own, but I love how they taste and it saves a lot of time. And then I just put the entire pan in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit to bake for about 15 to 20 minutes. And while I waited for that to cook, I added about a tablespoon of butter to a pan and added the sausage. And it's a bit of a weird process, but you basically just want to remove the sausage from the casing and add it to the pan. That way you can kind of treat it like a ground meat, breaking it up into bite-sized pieces. While the sausage cooked, I got out the kale and a bowl. When preparing kale, you don't really want to use the stem because it's incredibly bitter. So I just took a few minutes to de-stem the kale and break it into bite-sized pieces. By the time I finished, the sausage was fully cooked. Of course, I always recommend using a meat thermometer just to double check that. But then I turned the temperature to low and added the kale, stirring it until wilted. Shortly after the kale had wilted, our pan was ready. So I added the sweet potato gnocchi and sliced mushrooms from the oven to the pan, added 1 more tablespoon of butter, some salt and pepper, and then stirred it to combine. Then I just removed it from the heat and got it ready to serve. And as a bit of a final touch, I topped both meals with grated Parmesan. And it really is that final touch that brings this whole meal together. Then I just put everything on the table and we got ready to eat. And I love dinners like this that are really simple, they're easy to make, they're hearty. But also another benefit of this one is that it really doesn't dirty very many dishes either. So both the preparation and the cleanup are a breeze. Then usually an hour or two after dinner, I'll get a bit snackish, craving something sweet. So I'll often sneak into the pantry and grab just a piece or two of dark chocolate. And towards the end of the night, Christopher and I will often watch a TV show or movie together. And I always love having a little something to munch on while we watch. So one of my go-tos for that is to have some frozen fruit, and recently frozen pineapple has been a favorite of mine. And of course, no TV watching experience for me would be complete without a tea. And at night, I love gravitating towards caffeine-free teas. This peppermint tea is perfect for that. Not only is it very soothing and relaxing, but it's also great for your digestion too. I'll usually have that with a small drizzle of honey. But then, with my frozen pineapple and tea in hand, I'll make my way over to the couch, and Christopher and I will watch an episode or two of a show. But that's it, that's what I eat in a day, and I hope that this gives you some inspiration and ideas for some simple and healthy meals. Now, I'd love to know, what is one of your go-to meals? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. Good night, friends. I'll see you in the next one.